What is going on, my crazy 76er fanatics? Thanks for stopping back in for another daily pod with your daily 76er discourse and discussion. I want to thank all of you guys for stopping in, dropping in, popping in, liking, subscribing, and commenting. Each one of you guys who are helping us climb that subscription ladder. You guys matter. Thank you so much for helping us not only keep this channel growing, but keep the conversation flowing. Daily discussion about the Philadelphia 76ers. And today, we're talking about the biggest rumor going on in Philadelphia Twitter, Instagram, and across just the sports world as a whole. Andre Drummond, Kelly Oubre, are they on the move? Is Andre Drummond and Kelly Oubre, are they going to be traded this offseason or maybe during the regular season? I definitely think at least one, if not both of them, are not going to be on this team come playoffs. Andre Drummond should probably be moved on before the season starts. Are the Sixers ready to move on from Andre? A resounding yes, because before this season, Andre was looking like the best backup big in the Embiid era. In the Embiid tenure, Andre Drummond was the best backup center this team had. I guess following that would be a Hall of Famer in Dwight Howard. Last season, Andre Drummond seemed to be maybe on the last legs of his career, maybe in a system that just doesn't suit his playing style, and maybe on a team that just isn't best suited to amplify, exemplify, and help him play at a high level at this point in his career. Because last season, guys, Andre Drummond only had 10 games where he had 10 points or more. He had one game last season where he scored double-digit field goals. And with the Embiid minutes and with the Embiid injury, that's kind of the worst news you can have. That Andre Drummond wasn't good. That Andre Drummond didn't make the most of his opportunity. And that Andre Drummond, when Embiid wasn't out and when Embiid wasn't on the court, didn't seem to garner or warrant more minutes, more usage, and a bigger role. When Embiid was out, Andre Drummond was still playing backup big minutes. And when he was starting and when he was playing on the court, he was kind of making multiple mistakes in the high pick and roll and in the defensive scheme. At this point in Andre Drummond's career, he's still a great rebounder. He still has great size. He still has great physicality. But with the way the NBA is spaced, played, and at the pace, we're not necessarily sure Andre Drummond has the lateral quickness to be a good, consistent backup big for this team, because speed is exactly what this team needs in the absence of Joel Embiid. And Andre Drummond just hasn't been known to be the biggest and the best up and down court runner. He's not a fast break initiator. He's not a lob threat at this point in his career. He is, again, physically dominant. He is a huge and consistent offensive and defensive glass cleaner. And his free throws have gotten better, guys. I mean, Andre Drummond is shooting the free throws at a career clip, 63%. I mean, it's a career clip for Andre Drummond. But again, the problem is, and the problem will be, how consistent he can be with his speed, with his defensive effort, and with his high pick and roll energy. He just doesn't seem to be there anymore, guys. It just doesn't seem to be there anymore. So Andre Drummond could and maybe should be traded as a offloading salary and contract dump. Rumors are he could be going to the Nets, which I don't think is the best move for both of these parties. I think an amicable departure would be sending Andre Drummond to the Boston Celtics. He can still potentially play winning basketball. He could still be garnering and warranting starting minutes, and he could potentially be the plug and the stopgap that team needs at the center position for Boston. You probably don't want to help your rival. You probably don't want to help a potential contender, and you don't want to keep Boston good. So trading Andre Drummond to Boston, which is why it hasn't happened, is because it would probably make Boston a lot better than they already are. Sending him to the Nets when they have Nick Claxton, when they have Day'Ron Sharpe, doesn't necessarily help that team at all, but it does help the Sixers' salary and contract situation. One trade I'm not understanding is why Philadelphia fans want Kelly Oubre traded. Kelly Oubre, in his tenure in Philadelphia, has been the heart, the soul, and the hustle on the defensive, offensive, and fast break end for this team. Last season, guys, his efficiency making those layups, his efficiency starting, creating, and finishing fast breaks definitely did see a dip, but one thing you didn't see Kelly lose is his hustle, his spirit, and his heart. So Kelly went on to not only make this post, guys, but we're going to read it. Kelly said, "I love Philadelphia, but the love doesn't seem to be reciprocated. What happened to this place?" And for those saying that I'm or he's garbage because his three-point percentage went down, he still put up numbers. He still cooked some of your favorite players. He played through a finger injury on his dominant hand, his shooting hand, for his thumb, his pinky, and for the last 3 years of being in Philadelphia, guys, he's played with heart, soul, passion. I can't not agree with Kelly Oubre, guys. What happened to the city? Because Philadelphia is known to be a city that has prided itself on heart, on passion, on hustle, and on work ethic. And those are four things that Kelly Oubre can say are his core values while being a Philadelphia 76er. It may not be efficiency. It may not be offensive skill and offensive intangibles. It may not even be defensive hustle. But heart, soul, effort, Kelly Oubre brings that to the court every day and every game he steps on the court. So he should be Philadelphia strong. He should be a Philadelphia favorite because this is not a city that has prided itself on results. Philadelphia has been a heart, energy, and hustle city first. Results have always been on the back end, and results are exactly what this team is needing and are looking for at this point in this franchise's long tenured process. I think Kelly Oubre and the results that he has been producing, guys, have been the most consistent out of any Sixer outside of Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid, when he is on the court, is as consistent can be. You just can't find him and get him on the court. Paul George and his tenure, guys, don't even talk to me about consistency. That's just not PG right now. Tyrese Maxey, consistently improving, and I think Kelly Oubre being right behind him is exactly what this team needs on this team. Guys like Kelly, guys like Tyrese. So will Kelly Oubre be traded? If you're going to package Kelly Oubre, you're going to package him for a piece where you're getting a good amount of bang for your buck. And with the market right now, with Kelly Oubre's $8 million contract, $8 million salary, and the fact that he has a player option, he's just a free agent, this would also be another salary dump for a position where the Sixers can't necessarily dump any players that they don't have plug and play movable pieces for. If you're going to trade Kelly Oubre, you're trading him for an improvement. You're trading him for another power forward. And that just doesn't make sense. Because this is a guy who averaged 15 points last season and 6 rebounds. Kelly, who has been a 20-point per game player at certain points in his career, guys, has now found a way to be consistent as a 15-point per game player for the last 2 years in Philadelphia. His rebounding has improved because rebounding seems to be something that this team does lack and it does need on the back end. And Kelly seems to be able and willing to do any and everything Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey, and this team needs of him. Will Kelly Oubre be traded? As a Philadelphia fan, as a Philadelphian who loves hustle, the effort, the energy, and the consistency that Kelly Oubre brings? No. I hope he's not traded. I don't want him traded. And if he is and going to be traded, again, it has to be an improvement player. Someone who is on a similar contract evaluation, who is due for a huge, huge boost in contract payment next year. Guys like that, guys that fit the Kelly Oubre bill, truthfully, just don't fit the power forward position. There's a shortage of strong power forwards on this team. You may look at a guy like Simon Fontecchio as a Kelly Oubre trade, but realistically, Kelly Oubre and Simon Fontecchio, you would want both of those players on this Philadelphia roster who have a huge hole at power forward. You wouldn't want to swap either of them. And to give the Detroit Pistons, a team that plays fast, a team that plays physical, a guy like Kelly Oubre who has been priding himself on the physicality of his game, I think you only make one of your rivals, one of those contenders, a lot better. I mean, trading for Simon Fontecchio, though, could give you a knockdown three-point shooter, a knockdown three-point scorer, who Kelly did admit his three-point percentage did dip. But his hustle, his effort, his energy, and his consistency for this team, plus his love and passion for the city, did not. I would love Kelly Oubre to stay on this team. We got this one right here, guys. Who will the Sixers look to add? There's an open roster spot on this team. They only have 14 players on this team under contract, and I do believe that they're going to be going into the season with an open roster spot for a potential sign or trade. Just keep that open roster spot open up until February, January, or even December, just to see if any injuries do occur in this team, if the injury bug does plague this roster once again, or if there's just a G League player or a Euro League player that should be in the NBA. I'm looking at one guy, guys, that this team could add and not trade for, just sign for, Blake Henson. Not a household name, is he? Blake Henson, the G League 6'8" three-point shooter who led the G League in three-point shooting, who was a 25 to 20 point per game player at many points in his G League career last year. He was a rookie in the G League last year, guys, and he led that league in three-point shooting. He's coming from Pitt. He's a 6'8" tall shooting guard, tall, small forward, very small power forward. The only problem with Blake Henson is his defensive chops and the fact that he may not be able to get defensive stops. But three-point shooting is exactly what this team needs, and Blake Henson fills that role and fills those holes, guys. And I would get to him, guys, but you're just not leaving him like you used to. Did you leave a comment? Leave a comment, not one, not two. Leave a comment or a few, guys, because we read all of your comments down below, guys. And we'll be addressing all of your comments in our next videos. Thank you guys for liking, for subscribing, and for continuing to help this channel grow, guys. We got more daily discussion tomorrow, and it's about the front office, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.